As we approach the Christmas season, I want to really refocus you. And I want you to focus on the purpose of Christ. Why did he come? In our lesson this morning in Sunday school, we were talking about Philippians, and we were talking about how that Christ humbled himself and became obedient even unto the cross. He humbled himself and made himself a servant. The reason that Jesus came was to teach us the way. I like at the end of our scriptures reading, it says, and they went into their own country another way. I want you to know that when you have met Jesus, when you come face to face with the miracle of who Jesus is, you're going to walk another way. You're going to travel another way. I don't think anybody leaves Jesus the same way. If you come to him and you kneel down and you bow down before him, your life is going to be changed. I watched and I didn't get it queued up, and I'll send it to you on one of the Right Now Media lessons. But I was looking at clips that I was thinking about playing today, and there was this clip, and it was, I just YouTubed the wrong present, and when I did that, a clip came up of Seinfeld. And it's hilarious, but Seinfeld is giving Elaine, who is his girlfriend at the time, a birthday present. And he brings her this, and she's so excited about it's her birthday, and her boyfriend is going to give her this present. And he brings her this box, and he hands her this box. And she goes to unwrap the box, and she's so excited. She goes, and she says this. She says, "Oh, it doesn't matter." He goes, "Oh, I hope you like it." And he goes, "Oh, it does." She goes, "It doesn't matter what it is. It's the thought that counts." And she unwraps this present, and she opens it up, and it's full of tissue. And you see her, and she's kind of looking. She's pulling the tissue out, and then she gets this horrified look on her face. She reaches in the box, and she pulls out a wad of cash. And she goes, "Cash? You gave me cash?" And he goes, "Yeah. Isn't it great? It's $182. And he just thought it was the greatest thing that, he'd given it to her. And then he goes and he gets her this card. He says, "Oh, I got you a card." And he gives her the card, and she opens the card up, and as she opens the card, she's looking at it, and she looks at the card, and she reads it, and it says something like, "To my friend, to my pal, and so much more." And she goes, "Pal? I'm your pal?" And he goes, "Well, it says much more." And she's just she can't believe that's what he's giving. And then in comes Kramer. And I don't know if you guys have ever seen the show, but Kramer's this crazy guy. He comes running in the thing. He goes, "Oh, Elaine, stay right there." And he runs back, and he gets this big, huge box. And he sets it down in front of her, and she opens it up, and it's this table, this little end table that she had been wanting, and she saw it at the store, and he happened to be there, and he noticed that she really liked it, so he went and got that for her and brought it to her, and she's like throwing her arms around him saying, "Oh, it's just what I wanted. Oh, that's so good." And he gives her a card, and the card's got this beautiful for prose about, "You're my friend and my heart, and I know your heart." And she goes, "Oh," and she's like crying, and she's hugging him, and Seinfeld's over there going. It was funny, but man, it got the point across. Too often when we give gifts, we do that which is convenient. We do that which we think we might want. We don't put a lot of thought into getting what the other person, now I know you guys aren't guilty of this, but getting what the other person wants. And it's Jesus' birthday. What does Jesus want from me? And I want to just stop and reboot our Christian lives today. I want to stop and go, what does Jesus want? What did I see him longing for? What did I see him desiring? What are those things that he wants? Oh, I know. He wants me to give my kids a new Xbox so they can spend hours on it. Yeah, that's what Jesus wants. Oh, I know what Jesus wants. He wants me to take my money and go spend it on the people that don't need it and get them stuff to show them that I love them. That's what Jesus wants, right? I don't think that's what Jesus wanted. I think sometimes he opens our gift at Christmas and he goes, cash? You got me cash? I think what Jesus is saying is, when are you going to see my heart? When are you going to know my longing? When are you going to know my desires? When are you going to take time? Now, I've got a bunch of grandkids. I think 11 now. And I love them. Some of them spend a lot of time with me. Some of them I see all the time. And you know what? It is easy for me to know what they want for Christmas. Not what they say, not the latest thing on TV, but to know what they like. And some of the other kids I don't see very often. And you know what I have to do? Hey, Dad, what exactly does Christopher want? What can I get him for Christmas? Because I don't know what he desires. And you see, if we're going to know what Jesus wants, we got to spend time with him. We need to know his heart. And those are the best gifts, the gifts that are given from our heart because we know your heart.